Spoon TV, and good evening to the global community this evening listening under our voice. We invited Spoon purposely to make some clarification as it relates to for Anti-Koffa assertion in a negative connotation against the House of Representatives members in the following category. We'll be disputing the facts of what he said, clarifying and providing factual information to the war, which has to do with FAR claims. The FAR counts are, he talked about budget manipulation, GAC audit, hoarding, accountability, travel to Guinea to have a diplomatic tie for a member of the House of Representatives, lawmakers asking for personal allotments, and Bolivar hotel room discussion surrounding budget appropriation. These allegations will term it as false and misleading, baseless. It does not have any IOP of truth, but only to derail the reputation of the honorable men of the House of Representatives. So for this reason, we thought it wise to swiftly respond to the alleged allegation against us so that the public will get to know our side of the story. In that light, consistent with our rules in terms of the structure of our organization, it is incumbent always upon our spokesperson who reads the communication whenever it's going out, in person of Yan D. Flomo of District Number 1, Nima County.
Number 2.
Number 2, sorry, to read our communication debunking this allegation leveled against us. Thank you very much. And now turn it over to Mr. Flomo for subsequent reading.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good evening to our citizens out there. And we also say we are happy to be on this platform to make the Liberian people fully understand some of the falsehoods circulating within the media landscape. And this is a press release that is intended to debunk Speaker J. Anti-Koffa's misleading statements on Spoon TV last night. The recent assertion made by Speaker J. Anti-Koffa on Spoon TV regarding alleged budget manipulation, audit interference, bribery, and unsubstantiated claims about lawmakers and diplomatic travel are grossly misleading and must be addressed with the facts. 1. Budget manipulation. And we need to set the record straight so that everybody can be aware. Contrary to Speaker Koffa's claim that more than 7 million United States dollars was moved through his budget without his consent, we think there is a lie. The Liberian budget process is transparent and adheres to established procedure. No request, absolutely no request, for disbursement can be made through the Ministry of Finance without the expressed approval of the owner of the budget line in question. Moreover, quarterly budget performance reports are routinely submitted to the legislature, including detailed reports on its own budget performance. So is the Speaker saying during those periods when those quarterly budget performance reports were presented, he did not go through them to know that people are taking money through his land without his consent? Liberian people, you need to know someone when is not saying the truth to tell the person that is not saying the truth. We don't even have to come through this process, but for the sake of clarifying this issue, we have to speak to that. Speaker Koffa, who previously served as Deputy Speaker and operated a standalone budget, was fully aware and approved all movements of money within his budget. It is impossible for such funds to be withdrawn without his consent. His claims of budget manipulation are simply unfounded. as all financial allocations undergo a rigorous approval process of which he is fully aware. The Speaker is an educated person, well educated. Is he telling the Liberian people that money is going through his land and he's not following the movement of money? Amen. 2, the GSC audit halting accountability. Speaker Koffa's statement about the General Auditing Commission audit are false in an attempt to deflect blame. The GSC was formally invited to conduct an audit of the House's finance on March 17, 2024 through a signed engagement letter. The GSC team began the audit process in April. However, under Speaker Koffa's instruction, the auditors were shockingly asked to leave the Capitol building, stalling the entire process. So the Speaker, who he and his cohorts are passing around saying that the guys who want to remove me, they are against audit. Why should he be the one to stall the audit process? If Speaker Koffa truly had no role in halting the audit, then why has he not taken any steps to restart the process since his return in April 2024? His actions have cast a cloud of suspicion over the financial management of the House. We challenge the Speaker to take responsibility for stalling the audit, which was in the interest of transparency and accountability. The third point we also want to respond to is he claims that lawmakers ask for personal budget allocations. And we think this is also baseless and unfounded. They claim that lawmakers approach Speaker Koffa to place money in the national budget for their personal use is a complete fabrication. No lawmaker has made such a request. In fact, it was Speaker Koffa who, during his campaign for the speakership, promised to allocate 1 million per district for lawmakers to implement projects. It is deeply concerning that the Speaker is resorting to distract the public from his inability to fulfill his campaign commitment of putting $1 million to each electoral district for projects. The Speaker shamelessly again said there is a special room at Boulevard Palace Hotel where people meet during budget appropriations. This is also shameless and is an attempt to distract the public from the crux of the matter at hand. Speaker Koffa's assertion that Boulevard Palace Hotel Room 1026 was used for budget hearings and that lawmakers use this as an opportunity to extract money from ministries and agencies is nothing short of another falsehood. These statements are an act of desperation intended to divert public attention away from the sustainable financial activities. If any act of budget manipulation was ever done, why did the Speaker not launch an investigation, obtain the facts, and take appropriate action? It is on national record that during 2 fiscal years, Speaker Koffa, then Deputy Speaker, was allocated $2.6 million United States dollars, but he pocketed $9.7 million United States dollars, an excess of over $7 million United States dollars that has yet to be accounted for. Therefore, if any budget manipulation occurred, it was done by Honorable Koffa, and he must be held accountable. We stand by our call for the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the LACC, to immediately launch a thorough investigation into Speaker Koffa's financial dealings, which violate the Budget Transfer Act of 2008. Another baseless count: travel to Guinea for diplomatic ties, which already exist between Liberia and Guinea. So who the lawmaker will request money for this purpose? And why would the Speaker approve such a request? Speaker Koffa's claim that lawmakers requested to travel to Guinea to establish diplomatic relations that already exist and to solicit money from the Guinean government is another falsehood and a false accusation. Liberia maintains a healthy and long-standing diplomatic relationship with Guinea, as evidenced by the operation of the Guinean embassy in Liberia and the recent presentation of credentials by the Guinean ambassador to President Bloc. This absurd accusation only serves to damage Liberia's international standing and is indicative of the Speaker's irresponsible leadership. Our conclusion. Our conclusion is a call for Speaker Koffa to present facts and not to sit on the radio and fabricate and lie to the Liberian population. We, the members of the House of Representatives, urge Honorable Anti-Koffa to bring forth verifiable facts and evidence to support these claims, rather than engaging in reckless rhetoric and public platforms. His appearance on Spoon TV was riddled with falsehoods that tarnish the reputation of the House of Representatives and the government of Liberia. His use of invectives on public radio further demonstrates an acute lack of leadership and decorum, undermining the dignity of the office he holds. Such behavior is unbecoming of a leader entrusted with the responsibility of guarding the nation's legislative body, and it reflects a troubling disregard for the standards of professionalism and accountability that Liberians expect from their elected officials. We, members of the House of Representatives, are calling for his removal and will remain steadfast in our quest to restore sanity, credibility, and honor to the House of Representatives by procedures we have established to remove him. The time has come for Koffa to answer for his actions, and we will not back down from this mission to uphold the integrity of the Honorable House of Representatives. And this press statement that I've just concluded reading is signed by Representative Samuel G. Koga of Nimba County Electoral District 5 on behalf of members of the House of Representatives, Monrovia, Liberia. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kuna. Thank you ever so much for your comprehensive reading of the debunking press statement against Anti-Koffa. And as you may recall, based on the reading of the communication that we presented, we challenged Anti-Koffa to prove out all he said. But in all, it's a clever game that he playing. It's a mind games that he playing with the minds of the Liberian citizens